From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. They're going to start to drive here on the ground with Patterson. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. But not the graphic that this fan base wants to see week one, Charles. They were hoping to see key acquisitions, some bright spots. Instead, we're talking about injuries, preseason injuries that have guys missing here in this one.
And even in today's football, where everyone does their best to try and have their starters ready for week one, guys still have to practice. They still have to train, and injuries do crop up. You're exactly right about that, though, Brandon. None of the people supporting this team want to see that graphic on the screen at the start of this game.
First and 10, it's Patterson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. They're going to look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk.
Menu narration option is set to off. Menu narration option is set to off.
You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can.
First and 10 for Dalton. They'll get this out to Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. First carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Jalen Hawkins is there to bring him down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Dalton. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 41, Dalton. That's taken in by Callaway. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They run. It's Kamara. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Kamara up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. And
ready. Black, 95. Ready.
they'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown Saints. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Straight ahead, Patterson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Jet sweep. Here's London. 4 yards the pickup. First down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
But Charles, for this offense, we take a look at the draft class here. They were looking for a playmaker, and they found one on the outside.
And the way teams are throwing the football nowadays, you can't afford to skimp at the wide receiver position. I know that the slot guy is getting more attention now, but that guy on the perimeter, he makes you go.
And complete to Drake London. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yards.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hand.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Dalton's throw complete there to Johnson. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Dalton here from the gun. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On second down, Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards. Play action here with Dalton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Here's Dalton. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Now Will Lutz, who went to college a stone's throw from here at Georgia State, comes on for the field goal attempt. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Taken down by Pete Werner.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Now Dalton. Looking for Alvin Kamara on the slant. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Dalton now to pass. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Dalton. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And again, Andy Dalton to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Dalton. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. They start the second half with Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Dalton can't get away, and he's taken down. The sack, and it's 3rd down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. High throw, but the catch is made.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down. Conversion.
A give. This is Kamara. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 41, Dalton throwing middle, and it's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Throwing, Dalton.
Got an open man. It's Olave.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. Back to the ground. It's Kamara.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Again, it's Kamara.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Passing. It's Dalton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Alvin Kamara.
They go play action here on 1st down. That'll be caught downfield by Bird. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Patterson running between the tackles. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And he fires one incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the...
A first down throw coming for Dalton. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence?
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
And Dalton to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Marquez Callaway
from 4 yards.
Here we go. 10 black. 56, Mike, 56. Yeah.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. They'll run with Patterson.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 39. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Back to throw now on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson. A 10-yard. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at the 20.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it will be Falcon football.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to take...
It's open for Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think, okay, he's a guy in all the commercials now. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara
with career touchdown numbers.
Ready?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Complete to Zacchaeus. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right.
He's got his tight end over the middle. That's Ferkser.
He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
33, yellow.
Back to throw again.
Gets this to Ferkser, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Patterson on the draw.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed.
With a 4th and 1.
they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Falcons!
Drake London
With his first career touchdown in his first. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 113 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Will Lutz now to try the New Orleans field goal. He made his first attempt, this from 45. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. But this will get. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 2nd and 4. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And 3rd and 1 now. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd. Back to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle.
Well, this was not just the open.